another Mandela effect video today. This one is on tattoo from Fantasy Island. So the plane boss, the plane, that's the quote, and I'll put it in quotation marks just so so the quote is the plane boss, the plane. And apparently Tattoo never freaking said that. So already I've been redirected because I searched for the plane boss, the plane, and here's the actual quote. It's Z-plane, Z-plane, or D-plane, D-plane. It's a reference to the typical opening of Fantasy Island. Nowhere in there does it say the plane boss. Alright, so I just watched like a couple different intros from a few different seasons, and it always starts the same way, and he always says the plane, the plane. He does not say boss in any of them, which is kind of freaking me out. Like, so I'm pretty sure you couldn't hear that because I don't have the sound on, and I don't really want to get copyright problems here with these the good people who own the rights to Fantasy Island. But it's the same scene in everyone. He stands up in the little bell tower there and yells the plane, but he doesn't say boss. He doesn't say the plane boss, the plane. So it is kind of weird for a phrase that was fucking never uttered in the show ever, for it to come up 16,600 times. The plane boss, the plane, in quotations. And you know, a lot of people say it when they see a plane to you know, like a parody of Tattoo's call out there. So here we've got a meme of Tattoo, Hervé Villachez, and it says the plane boss, the plane. So here we've got from the Rolling Stone album guide. Usually like published books get things a little bit better, but in this one it says Tattoo rings the bell and yells the plane boss, the plane. Of course Mr. Rourke knows the plane is landing, etc, etc. But that was the scene right there where he rings the bell, and he most definitely does not say boss. I also find it interesting that when you get like the obituary, I guess Ricardo Montalban died a couple years ago, and it says the plane boss, the plane. There, for anyone who grew up in the 1970s, Ricardo Montalban, who died yesterday at 88, will be indelibly linked to these words. So, you know, they put it in his fucking obituary, even though it was never said. That's a pretty strong indictment of it right there. So like obviously there's far too many pieces of residue here to actually go through each one, but in the popular series Fantasy Island, the opening always starts with a midget saying the plane boss, the plane. Yeah, this is definitely one you could really you could find endless references to it out there. The plane boss, the plane. Thanks Hervé Villachez. Who could forget those immortal words, the plane boss, the plane, uttered by Hervé Villachez? I'm going to check that since it has a question mark at the end. Now here's something interesting. It's by somebody named Tony Rizzo. It's like a Hollywood, like an entertainment type of page here. The one time I visited the set of Fantasy Island, Hervé went into the tower and yelled, "No plane, boss, no plane. Let's all go home." Everyone laughed. Wow. Now that's interesting. Did he actually say boss, or did he just say no plane, let's go home, and he remembers it falsely as boss, or was that the one time he did say boss? That is fascinating to me anyway. So here's a reference in Married with Children. It says, so when he lands, you can all be there to yell, "The plane, boss, the plane." It also looks like they dropped this line in Deep Blue Sea and Tripping the Rift. Love conquers all, almost, whatever that is. So yeah, it shows up in a fair number of memes. There's a lot of memes with the plane boss, the plane. Now, at least Wikipedia gets it right. He's known for delivering the line, "Z plane, Z plane." They don't say boss. At least the obituary here for the New York Times got it right. The plane, the plane. Rest in peace, Hervé. Hervé Villachez, the most famous line he ever said in his life, he never actually said. That is, it's pretty amazing. Like that, if you mention tattoo, that's the first line that people say to you. The plane, boss, the plane. I'm gonna ask a few people, and I go out drinking this weekend. Tattoo, Fantasy Island. First thing that comes to mind. And I'm pretty sure most of them are gonna say that line, the line that he never said. Alright, so thanks for watching, and subscribe for more Mandela effect videos.